up, YouTube? This is Nasty Backpack, and today we are reviewing the Leatherman Rev. I just picked this up today at Big 5. Paid $34.99 for it. I thought it was a fairly good price compared to some of the other Leathermans. Let's open it up here. Nice design. It says Leatherman right on it. If you want to see it compared to a bigger, the same type of style multi-tool, you know, you can see it's much smaller, weighs probably about half the weight of my Schrade multi-tool, which is, I have another review coming on this one. But for the price, I never wanted to ever spend a lot of money on a multi-tool. I just didn't feel like the money was, you would get that money back out of it. But with Leatherman, this is a different type of tool. I've never had one of these before, and I am quite impressed. Now the blade on it looks to be, 2.5 inches to 3 inches. But it comes razor sharp. If you see here, I can shave my arm with it, and you can see there that there's hairs on that. So that just tells you how sharp it comes out. One thing I love about this multi-tool, and none of the other multi-tools that I've ever owned have ever had this feature, is where the knife has a locking mechanism so that it doesn't fling in on your hand. I've always felt that multi-tools that have knives on them are pretty much useless for being able to defend yourself with it, or if you ever had to stab anything, that blade will just fold right up on you. This Schrade one right here, the blade folds out, but there's no locking mechanism to keep it from folding back in on you. So that right there alone, to me, is a great feature. That the fact that you could have a tool that is functional and not just there for looks. And then you just press that little locking mechanism and it folds right in. This is the Leatherman Rev. The one thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have the spring-loaded pliers, which, if you're using pliers, that's always a good thing, to have. But it didn't bother me as much because, I know I can work pliers, so it's not something that I must have or gotta have. The more expensive Leathermans do come with the spring-loaded pliers. But if you know how to use your pliers, the only thing I'll pretty much be using these pliers for is if I had to pull a hook out of a fish, or emergency where I don't have pliers, and then you gotta have them. But it's not something that I gotta have. They had another Leatherman that was $59 over. I'm not sure what model it was, but it pretty much had all the same tools on it, so I wasn't gonna spend an extra $25 on having spring-loaded pliers. It does have your Phillips and flathead screwdriver heads on it. Like I said, everything locks. If you listen, it locks into place, so you're actually able to use these tools one-handed, which I never had a multi-tool with you that the tools were so much easier to use than not. You get these multi-tools and you probably really only use the pliers on them. But this tool, this Leatherman, makes it where this screwdriver locks into place to make it sturdy and makes it actually usable. So that I do like. Another tools that those are the two on that side. It has your file. Also a ruler. You got your inches and centimeter. Has your standard can opener. It labels this little part right here as a wire cutter, or wire stripper. I'm sorry. So, but again, I'll probably be using the pliers for that. I'm pretty good with the pliers, where I can strip wire with them if I had to. Not a tool that you're gonna use a whole lot, but again, it makes it so much easier to use when they snap into place. Which, if you listen, you can hear that snap. No other multi-tool that I've ever had has had that feature. It also has a package opener. I haven't used this yet. I haven't needed to use this yet. But I do order a lot of stuff on Amazon. I do buy a lot of hiking stuff. And, you know, it's something that I'm going to try out. And I'll do a review actually trying that out when I buy something new and I need to get in that package. So you know, it's not a tool that I've ever had. I mean, the knife I feel couldn't do the same tool as this, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's a multi-tool, but for the price, it's a very good multi-tool because for $34.99 to get a blade that, like I said, can snap open, comes out razor sharp. You don't got to worry about slicing your fingers off as soon as you stab or have to use it. One thing, ooh, that hurt. One thing that I was a little disappointed on is I didn't get a chic with it. But then I thought about it and I said, well, what do I need a carrying case for it when it has the belt clip? So that's another thing Leatherman does. They always add the belt clip for their tools where the chic is not needed. But overall, this is an awesome little tool. Like I said, I never thought about spending big money on a multi-tool due to the fact that I'd rather put that money into an actual fixed blade, you know, bushcraft type style knife or something in that, you know. But this knife is really functional. If I needed to feather stick, it will do that with no issues whatsoever. You know, that's pretty amazing for a multi-tool. Like I said, I was more used to this style multi-tool, you know, that flips open and has your you know, your little multi-tool knife. There's no snap to hold this in. This tool does not. You know, if you gotta use it, you gotta use it. I mean, you could still feather stick with this if you needed to, but without this being secure, you're not gonna feel as comfortable as you would with something that locks open. I mean, that's gonna win every single time in my book. This did cost a little bit more than the Schrade multi-tool. I think I paid $13 out the door on this one. This one I paid $35, but in my opinion, this is well worth it. Now, Leatherman does give you a 25-year warranty. You got to go online and register it or something like that. I haven't done all that yet. But for $34, I don't think anything's gonna, you know, break on this. But I will be checking that out. And if you want to see the feather sticking on that, that is pretty good feather stick there with that. And like I said, this blade comes out razor sharp. But overall, I like it. I never thought I would spend that much money on a multi-tool. But after having this in my hand and checking it out at Big 5, I was like, you know what, I do want that. This is the Leatherman Rev. This is Nasty Backpack, and thanks for watching.